Well, we're here.
Flipping through that.
Might as well be flipping through. Well, we're here with Mike from Footprinting, and Mike, this is great. You brought some appropriate enough show and tell, and we're talking binding today. And there's different binding techniques, and thought maybe you could share with the folks what are the techniques and what are the pros and cons. Like, why would you do one or the other? For instance?
So the three that I'm going to talk about: saddle stitch, perfect bound, or soft bound, and then we've got spiral bind, or you could also do like a double coil bind, but almost the same thing. Just looks a little bit different. Same functionality.
So what type is this here?
Saddle stitch here. Okay. You've got a bunch of 4-pagers that are then collated together with 2 stitches on the side. So one of the best things about these is if you have a gutter jump like you see here, pictures going across, this is a really good one for that. This wouldn't be something like this with this many gutter jumps would not be good if we did it perfect bound, because you need that extra 1/8 of an inch where you're gluing it together, and you're not going to be able to open it up all the way.
It's keeping sort of the pages tight of the gutter, so the design is flowing well across.
So you can have them flow across
and
have a consistency across the pages. So this is the least expensive as well. So pros would be less expensive, efficient would be another one. And then also, it's just nice and concise. And these are also something that's very easy to send out.
Okay, yeah.
So that would be the pros. The cons would be is, at least for us, we've only got, 20 different things. So you only could really go up to an 80-page for us. And if you go more than an 80-page, the con would be that it could open up. And if you have
it's going to do this kind of, right? Because everything's coming down at one point here. Okay.
Yeah. So if you've got more than 80 pages and you want it to look a little bit nicer, that would be a pro for the perfect bound book, what we have here. So it's got a spine on it. It's glued. The cons with this are you really can't have those gutter jumps go across. You could, but then you've got to measure, and
well, again, because it's kind of doing this, and if the gutter's going in more, so design-wise, you got to be thinking about that.
Yes, exactly. So, and that's a little bit harder. But the pros were just, it looks nicer. You've got a spine to print on. So this is something that you can put on a bookshelf and put up, and you could very easily see what it says on the spine to pull it off. And it's just a nicer.
It's really handsome. Yeah, it's kind of handsome. It's got that, just that elite level kind of, I guess.
The cons, I would say, for the perfect bound book would mainly just be it's a little bit more expensive and takes more time to create, at least for us. Then we go on to the third one, which is a spiral bound or coil bound. These are great because everything can lay flat.
Yep.
These aren't good for gutter jumps, but then also, it's an expensive way to put something together. And then also, we've done some like emergency things that sit. You can have also a coil that comes here, so you can hang it on the wall.
Okay, yeah.
And then you
very utilitarian.
Yeah, exactly. Like this one is really great where it has everything listed, so you can go to it real quick. I really like spiral bound also for like a coloring book. I mean, not a coloring book, a cooking book.
Okay, yeah.
So that you can open it up to that page, especially if you're running around trying to get all the ingredients. You'd be able to have it open to that page when you're in the grocery store without having to push it down.
Right,
that. And then also just to leave it open while you're cooking. So there's
spiral bound makes something easier to use. Makes the actual piece easier to use.
It does. Yeah, it does. Or even like a notebook, so you can write on it and have it all the way open. So there's a lot of different ways, or a lot of different things that has pros to it. The cons would be it's a little bit more expensive, and that you don't have the gutter jumps would be the cons on the spiral bind or double O coil bind.
Well, Mike, thanks for sharing that with us. And hey, if you want to see some more videos with some more great information about printing and designing and things that can help your business look wonderful, be sure to stop by footprinting.com. That's foot with an E, printing.com.